Okay, so my laptop might run out of battery before I plug it in, but I'm trying to do a rando card reading today. Okay, so in the past, the Hangman, in the present, the Six of Swords, in the future, the Seven of Cups reversed. Um, Two all-around cards for things you might know and things that might happen is things you might know is Strength reversed, so somebody is lacking without their strength. And something that might happen in this situation is the Emperor, or like an unseen Emperor, or authoritative, like higher up king figure. So let's see, what does this say about the Hangman? In the past, I am the sacrifice we must all make to arrive at the truth. Patience, waiting, surrender, sacrifice, wisdom, foresight, planning, strength, energy eventually gained. Ticker of the Hangman depicts a man hanging upside down from a beam. His legs are crossed, and the card represents sacrifice. Willingness. Okay, so I'm getting this is someone who went hungry, someone who was around trees a lot, someone who liked rivers, maybe someone who was particularly fond of red flowers or something about or around involving red flowers to do with someone. Um, let's see how this represents in the present. In the present, we got the Six of Swords, which is supposed to represent solace, respite, retreat, healing, journey, insight, and reputation restored. Um, every ounce of strength has been sapped from you following a tough time, but the worst journey has now passed. It indicates a journey of healing might be ahead. Um, Resolving an unresolved matter. Uh, Maybe like something to do with a light and a boat, or a four-leaf clover. I guess this also represents or works with the strength reverse. Let's see what the strength reverse means. I'm terrible at these readings, but I've done some successful ones and some unsuccessful ones before. Strength reverse. So someone who lacks their courage, lacks courage or strength right now. Not necessarily saying this person is not courageous, but it's like the opposite of courage. Um, so someone who is in a period of weakness, who doesn't have control over themselves or their ability right now. Someone who lacks confidence and is imbalanced. Someone who is not in a position to give right now. Um, Someone who has previously or already received like a certain level of conscious understanding about the universe. This is like being interrupted or disrespected in the way that like certain people might be using tactics because they can't actually win against this person on their own, so they're using ulterior tactics like trying to say they're crazy or go through other messages and means to steal this person, or even like maybe like try to put them off some medication to weaken them because some medication mixed with something else, but not because it's necessary or out of necessity, but so they can get this person out of the way and make it easier to beat them, to make this other person, like, to make them look like they are stronger or better than they are, and as soon as they get this person out of the way, they're just going to do horrible, horrible things. This person could overcome any danger or challenge, but they're weak right now, but that doesn't mean they're going to lose or anything, or that they will be at fault. Seven of Cups in reverse. In the future, there's an indecision, an unmade choice. Someone who is lacking, like, inspiration or vision or dream. Someone who's going to be very literal and take a path they've taken before or do something they've done before, so they're definitely going somewhere they've been before. Someone who was previously at a crossroad in their life. Um, or a particular matter, maybe one involving a blue flower in the past. This person had a very important decision to make and they may have failed in the past. But they're going to use this kind of like the yellow brick road for their future. Someone is going to be open to someone. Um, Someone who is going to work in the literal sense of the word and the world, so someone who's literally going to work. This card here in the reverse, let's see, I'm going to do this thing I learned literally from watching someone about reading what the card looks like itself. So I see like value, like a diamond falling out of the cup in this Seven of Cups represents like value coming from something, like value that was hidden inside of something showing or coming out of something. So it was previously unseen value that is now coming into fruition itself, and it's next to a king's crown upside down, so maybe it's a king or a queen's crown, and the plant might represent like a herbologist or someone who works with plants. Like I'm kind of getting like maybe like an alchemist from this. Something that could come in. I can't remember what I said. Something that could come into light or come into this situation or come from the situation, or someone who would be in the situation is represented by the Emperor. I am the reasonable leader who will always draw you on the right path. Um, Judgment, definitely judgment. Obviously judgment or the judge and justice. Like some people confuse them for different, like the same people, but they are different cards in the Arcana. The judge, she is very good, and justice will deliver a swift blow if they have to. Um, Satisfaction for achievement. A card of fathering or feathering. Um, Indicates focus and energy to accomplish. It changes a fool to a lion. Someone is asked to make a decision about what they want, but they're indecisive. Perhaps they are after bread or something about bread. Someone will set out to achieve their goal. Um, they're trying to find a gem of some sort. There will be a flag involved in this situation. Someone is going to be judged on their abilities, possibly too harshly. It could be without result or with result. This could also represent like someone in relation to the being without strength or lack of this insight could mean they are without the thing they're looking for as well. So like some people, you look for something and it might not be exactly what you want, but it might be what you need. It might not be what you need. So like like an instance of this is like you look at a video game or like a real life situation. Some people think the strongest is the most dangerous one, but sometimes it could be the strongest or the fastest or the most intelligent. They're all different stats. Just like when it comes to readings and stuff, like I always had this saying or motto that kind of matches up with some TV show, like if someone possesses some kind of energy or ability, that doesn't mean they can do everything. Like even when it comes to what my interpretation of psychic and stuff was, they were all specified or suited to something. Like they don't see everything because they're not supposed to. They could see good luck and bad luck. They could see good things, bad things. They could see things that's supposed to happen, not supposed to happen. They could see love. They could see hate. They could see death. They could see life. They could see birth. They could see rebirth. They could see more than one thing. They could see one thing. It doesn't mean they're going to see it. They could smell things before they happen. They could hear things before they happen. They could taste things. They could feel things. You know, just because you're looking for one particular thing doesn't mean it's going to be exactly what you want it to be. But you have to learn to find the beauty and value in what is given to you and what you see. Someone mistaking like a test for something that is innately just theirs or that they can control, and this something that was actually placed for them, like the gem. Something was actually a test for someone. So something to do with like a test for someone that they may not or may have passed, or they could have just got like an even score. Let's see, putting these cards together. Past. Did I turn it upside down? Present. Future. Something about that goes into the situation. Someone or something in the situation. I'm getting someone who will have a sword drawn. And someone who is without something that maybe something they need, but something that was taken from someone. And maybe someone who is like stealing something from someone, or in a sense draining them. And yeah, let's see. I'm drawing from this other deck. I find all these good decks on special sometimes. Friendship makes you rich beyond measure. What is a friend? A friend is someone special in your life, someone you know warts and all. A friend knows that you are not perfect and that you don't agree on everything at all times, but you still love each other. We can look up in the we can look up in the word friendship in the dictionary, but the meaning is only really known to our hearts. The other side of this card, it says, uh, Sun Tzu said, "We cannot enter into alliance with neighboring princes until we are acquainted with their designs. We are not fit to lead an army on the march unless we are familiar with the foe of the country, its mountains and forests, its pitfalls and precipices." I suck at reading, by the way. Its marshes and swamps. Okay, I'm going to do one more card, just an overall message for the meaning, which is Seven of Pentacles reversed, which is just the overall vibe of it. Let's see if it matches, or if it's just pointlessly doing this. No, that's probably going to die. So Seven of Pentacles in the reverse represents someone who is working to achieve something, someone who will get fulfillment or what they want, and so disappointing returns. So it'll be like non-disappointing, like fulfilling returns. Hard work represents it's going to be really easy for someone to win or do something. Responsible, they're not even going to need to like. This person's going to be irresponsible if they want to, but they're still going to get what the fuck they want. So someone who is childish for their age. It's not necessarily someone you can depend on, but with this, the gem and the crown and the plant or the herbologist or plant around it is definitely going to something will come out of it. I don't know, something good, something bad. Something about maybe a cave. This is someone who might not have worked hard in their early age. Someone who was maybe disloyal in the past. A message about a monkey. Someone who is no longer as young as they once were, and who isn't exactly showing this yet, but they might need to start doing this soon. Um, Something about hiding something or certain qualities they have or possess, or something that was hidden, or something that was unseen about someone. Maybe something that came from someone being um like extremely childish into old age and being too like not disciplined enough because I don't know, I could be wrong. Like maybe someone was too something and it ended up going bad in the long run, or it could have ended up worse. So someone who this could even be someone who needs to pull their head in line in order to achieve great things. I'm not saying great things, but just good or great. Like it's like that kind of like reminds me of that ad, the Australian ad for the Great Wall. I'm not saying it, but yeah, and yeah, that's all about it. I don't really get many general vibes from this. I see like a blue flower or a red flower, two different options. One was the past, was the red flower, and the blue flower was for maybe, I can't remember where that was, but the blue flower was present, and a tree with all these leaves I could probably draw, but I can't really. And there's also a stone or a diamond somewhere, and yeah, it's interesting. The river is definitely very relevant, which is actually in one of these cards, which I now look and I see a family and three warriors, a family of three or four and three warriors, which is a six. So there's obviously going to be two warriors. Maybe one of the family members was a warrior. Heading down a stream in a boat, uh, into a new horizon or a beginning. And yeah, that is that is all. Thank you for watching or not watching. I honestly don't care. I'm just making this because I'm like, why the fuck not? Thank you. Peace. Have a nice night or day. Goodbye.